Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again, looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So let's look at the UN. Is it an institution for global stability and peace and international understanding? Absolutely not. Why then is the United States spending billions of dollars to fund this deeply corrupt and biased institution? It might surprise you that the country most sanctioned in the world in 2020 was Israel. It was sanctioned 3 times that of any other country. And let me tell you, there are a lot of countries that are significantly more worthy of being sanctioned than tiny little Israel. In fact, Israel is one of the most sanctioned countries, if not the most sanctioned country in UN history. No, not China, engaged in cultural genocide in Tibet and Xinjiang. No, not North Korea, the world's largest de facto prison camp. Not the brutal regime of Iran or the murderous regime of Hamas in Gaza. Or speaking of Iran, in 2021, Iran was appointed to the Commission on Women's Rights. Well, it might surprise you to know that the country that commits the most death penalties to women in the world is Iran. That's right, puts to death more women than any other country in the world. And it's appointed to the Women's Rights Commission. Deeply corrupt. And Israel, it is a beacon of freedom and stability surrounded by civilizational barbarism. And no, I'm not Jewish. This globalist institution is rabidly anti-American and seeks to place the world under its control. That's right, it seeks to seize power from the American people and hand it over to pointy-headed leftists, the global elites, just like the World Economic Forum is trying to do. Yes, they are overwhelmingly deluded leftists on the one side, and then you have the appointees from brutal authoritarian regimes in the UN advancing their cause and shaming at every opportunity and attacking at every opportunity Israel and the United States. And these regimes are historically oppressed people, so we need to be culturally sensitive. That's what the deluded leftists think. Our sensitivity and leftist utopianism will win them over. They could not be more mistaken. These regimes aren't the least bit interested in LGBTQ plus blah, 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 no, or the oppression narrative, except, of course, when it's convenient to throw it in the face of the American government, as China did at the Alaska summit, right? Yep, that's right. As U.S. representatives tried to call out China and its human rights abuses, which are significant, China simply parroted Biden's narrative of systemic oppression. Both China and Biden knew it was all nonsense, but Biden actually voiced his endorsement for this bit of nonsense. What could the officials say? Nothing. So they looked at their shoes, right? Looked at their shoes. These authoritarian regimes that are prancing around the UN denouncing the United States and Israel are too busy engaging in the actual oppression to care about imaginary woke oppression narrative. I actually agree with them about that. Where I disagree with them is on the principles of classical liberal philosophy and the American Constitution. These are worth defending. In fact, hundreds of thousands of Americans have fought and died defending them across the globe. And what are they to make of the United States, the freest, most prosperous country in the world? They want you to surrender that to the UN. Don't. Anyways, I hope you'll check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon. It's not important because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. Thank you so much for your time and attention now. Bye-bye.